We have talked about manipulating an equilibrium by adding or removing a component of the reaction mixture. But we can also manipulate an equilibrium by changing the temperature. We are going to use a shortcut here that assumes that entropy plays a minor role in governing the position of the equilibrium. We know that the position of the equilibrium is dictated by delta G0, which in turn is dependent on enthalpy and entropy. But if the entropy piece is small, such that the temperature changes don't affect that very much, then we can use our shortcut. And the shortcut is that we will actually write the word heat in the balanced equation and then treat it as another substance. An increase in the temperature is simply the same as adding heat. A decrease in temperature is like removing heat. Now, in order for this to work, we need the sign of delta H. We need to know if the reaction is exothermic or endothermic. Let's see how this works. Again, we have our ammonia equilibrium, and we're told that it is exothermic. And we're asked what happens to the concentration of ammonia as the temperature is increased. Note that we could also be given a value of delta H from which we could decide if it is exo or endothermic. So, where do we write the word heat? We think of an exothermic reaction as one that gives off or produces heat. That should make us think that heat is a product of the reaction, and we can write it on the product side of the equation. An increase in the temperature results from us, the experimenter, adding heat. Treating heat as another substance, the reaction will try to get rid of what was added. In this case, the reaction would shift to the left, thus decreasing the concentration of ammonia. You should keep in mind that we can also predict what happens when the temperature is decreased, or if the reaction were endothermic. You should think about those two possibilities. One final point that is important. When the temperature changes, we do get a change in the position of the equilibrium. This is different than just adding or removing a chemical substance. A temperature change actually changes the value of delta G0 and the value of big K.